Hello, everybody. I wonder if I'm live right now because I don't see that thingy going on. Let me see. Yes, there's something happening there. Okay, this is good. Okay, turn this off. And there's me. Hello, everybody, on this Saturday night in the middle of January 2026. And tonight, we're going to talk about the Red Bull and Visa Cash App liveries because they were released Friday morning very early. So yeah, it's nice to have a chat about it to see if everybody liked what they were seeing, and we'll go through a few pictures um, to see if we can find the Visa Cash App pictures. I haven't really prepared anything, so it's going to be very amateuristic. Hello, hacker. Thank you for joining. Um, I have to say, I'm quite happy with certain changes. Wait a minute. Mm-mm-mm. So let's see who else is gonna pop in to say hello. So far, it's only Hacker. I'm sure Hank and Christina and see, there's Hank and Marie. Marie was already here yesterday at this time. That's also very keen. So I'm just gonna hold on for a couple of minutes to see more people coming in. And yeah, I wonder if my wife is watching. Samantha, are you there? And yeah. Okay. Christina just drops in with her opinion. She likes the shiny blue on the red car, but the merch not so much. Well, see, I got this over Christmas from my sister-in-law. Um, so since this is a Red Bull themed live stream, I thought I'd wear it. Even though it's the old shirt now. Hello, Tanveer. Um, Hank is also happy with the car. Let me see what time it is now. Yeah, I'll give it one more minute for a few people to drop in, and then we're gonna see if we can find something. Okay, Tanver also thinks that the old merch looks better. See, but the theme color of my channel is blue, so I actually like more blue because it's my favorite color. Apparently, it's most psychopaths' favorite color. So, don't know what that tells you. Okay. I'm just gonna share the screen here now. See, but my the theme color of my my channel is blue, so I actually like more blue because it's my favorite color. So as you can see, apparently it's the Red Bull letters favorite color, have that white stripe around it. White line. I'm just gonna share the screen here now. So that's always see, but my the theme color of my my channel is blue, so I actually like. It points back at the days when Red Bull was driving. As you can see, those infinity cars, the Red Bull letters successful with have that white stripe. Okay, and then there's the yellow and the red. I'm just gonna share the screen and then the shade of red. As you can see, there's lots of sponsors. The theme color of my my channel is blue, so I actually like. It points back at the days they were never really short of sponsors. Red Bull was driving. As you can see, those infinity cars, the Red Bull letters successful with have that white Visa is also on this stripe. Okay, and then there's the yellow and the red. I'm just gonna share the screen and then the shade of red. As you can see, there's a lot of people. The theme color of my my channel looked at this and started looking at back aero benefits of this car. They were never really short of sponsors. So as you can see, those infinity cars, the Red Bull letters successful with have that white Visa is also on this stripe. And this is just the render anyway. So the yellow and the red. I'm not gonna look at it too much. The shade of red. Now, see, there's a lot of people. So as you can see on the side, I looked at this and there's started definitely looking at back aero benefits of this car. They were never really short of sponsors. So as you can see, those infinity cars, the Red Bull letters successful with have that white Visa is also on this stripe. And this is just the render anyway. So the yellow and the red. I'm not gonna look at it too much. The shade of red. As you can see, there's a lot of. Sorry guys, I messed up. I left the sound on the screen record, and then yeah, you hear everything double. I told you it was going to be an amateur. I told you it was going to be an amateur night. Ford Blue is integrated. Hacker, thank you so much for the 100 rupees. Even though this is a really bad live stream. Hey, Gentilis. Richard. I hear you double. I hope I fixed it now. See, I have no sound on at all, so I can't check that. Yeah. Okay. And there's Vegas with his weekly super thanks. Thanks, Vegas. Much appreciated. Okay. Okay, we're back in business. Apologies. Okay, where were we? Yeah. Okay, so we saw it from the side, and here's from the top with the number 3, which is Max's number. It took him a couple of drinks with Daniel Ricciardo to get it done, but it was no problem. So, yeah. Let me see if I can find something else that I found interesting. On a little video. Oh yeah. Okay, this is a little video about the team kit. No audio. There's GP. And there's Pierre Rocher. Don't know him. There's Hannah Smith, Isaac, Max, Isaac, Max, Max. Very serious GP. And Laurent Mekies. Oh. Screen record off. Yes. Hello, Scrollfinger. Thank you for joining. Well, Hank, the people from the race, they looked at the suspension and they looked at um, the little side furniture on the side, and they don't expect um, Red Bull to have revealed too much, but they said it was quite revealing compared to normal renders. So, but they didn't know if they were trying to confuse the opponent. So let's do a poll. That's always fun. Um, mm, just talk amongst yourselves, just like in school. 1, 2, 3. Mm, Oh, yes. I personally, I give it a solid 4 because I love the gloss. I love the the blue because I love blue. I love the thick lettering. I love how recognizable it is. They've kept true to their Red Bull brand, but they they pimped it up compared to the last couple of years. Apparently, Max Verstappen was asking for this gloss a couple of years now, and they finally listened to him. And yeah, and also a nice revelation was that the first engine that's going to be in the RB22. Now, this render, never in this whole reveal have they called it the RB22, right? They never actually said those words. But anyway, the engine, the first engine that comes out of the Red Bull powertrains, is going to be called the DM01, which is the Dieter Mateschitz 01, which is a homage to the recently passed away, or the couple of years passed away, Red Bull owner Dieter Mateschitz, which is nice. Okay, let me go to the chat for a little bit. Christina said Red Bull really did one cool video with that livery reveal made by playing lifting the veil. Okay, let me see if I can find that. I can't find it on the big reveal. I found it. I found it. Oh. Okay, now it's starting over again. He's taken into disguise and revealed the new livery. Sports Bible. Short. Alright. Deserves a like. Okay, we've seen it. Okay, let me turn this off. And I'm back. Okay. Christina says, also, it was done by a Czech stunt pilot. Something to be proud of being Czech myself. Wow. Check it out. Okay, sorry. Okay, let me see how the poll is doing. I can't find it. It's gone. That's so weird. Oh, no, there it is. Okay. Yeah, 57% of people said 4 stars and 43% said 3 stars. Okay. And then the next question is, how many stars for the merch? See, I like the merch as well. That's something I can still show. I think. Well, I did show most of it, but. Okay. This is also something I can still show. Samantha says, I think it's ridiculous that a t-shirt costs €115. Well done, Samantha. I trained you well. Oh yeah, Hank is in aviation. So he might know that pilot. Very cool. Scrollfinger says they dropped the max headroom stripes. I don't know what that means. But I found something else that I can share here. Okay, there's Isaac sitting in a chair. There's Isaac standing. Yeah. That's not the best look, Isaac. Does he even want to be there? Oh, the kid still needs to get used to being in such a position. Hey. Okay, and here's Max. See, is way more confident. Look at that aura. He's fathering the whole grid. He's lying down. Okay. That was the merge. I think it looks pretty good. I'd give that a 4 as well. Yeah, Max is looking very sharp, Hank. Very sharp. Okay, let me see if I can find the Visa Cash App stuff. Because that's what we're going to talk about next. I don't know if anybody wants to share anything about what they've heard about the Red Bull, any Red Bull news. Just drop it in the chat so we can chat about it. There's still a lot of talk about that ratio of the engine. It being 0.18 instead of 0.16, and on the 22nd of January, so that's next week, there's going to be a big meeting about it. But I don't think the FIA can change anything about it because there's not going to be enough time. And if you give regulations and you tell them what the testing is going to be like of those regulations, and everything complies in the way that it's been tested, then there's nothing the rules can do. And I don't think that you can change the rules within a season, especially not in a season with such a massive regulation change. So, yeah. I did hear that Red Bull didn't vote against it. It's just staying away from the whole discussion. So it's basically the non-Mercedes Red Bull teams against the Mercedes team, which is kind of interesting. Tanvir, we can talk about Ferrari and Hamilton towards the end of the live stream, because this one's about the liveries. Okie dokie. Christina, I heard that as well. That they can do it, they know about it, but yeah, it's all mixed up. The news that I'm hearing about it. And Honda is a year behind. I've heard that as well. So okay, let's have a look at the Visa Cash App. Racing Bulls. Okay, as you can see, the wheel rims are white. What they've done is they kept a lot of it the same as last year, but they added the Ford blue on bits here and there, And I think to save weight, but I'm not an expert on that, they've left a lot of stuff black as well. But for some reason, I never really mind a lot of black on cars because I think it makes the cars look tougher. For some reason, you know, it makes them look solid. You can see the driver numbers as well. Number 30 for Liam Lawson and 41 for Isaac Hadjar. Okay, let's go to the next picture. That's from the top. Two Door is a big sponsor. Don't know what they do. Visa Cash App, obviously. Confluent, never heard of them. Hugo Boss. All big brands. And here's more side view up front. Good looking car. I like last year's better though. There's the Ford logo. It's all very clear. Okay. Let me see what the chat's been saying. The light blue stripes on the last jersey referenced MHTV show in the 80s. Okay. Okay, let me finish this poll first. 7 votes. Not that many. 14% says they really loved it. 43% and another 43% gave it 3 and 2 stars. Okay, so it's not as popular then. Oh, Tudor is a sub-brand of Rolex. That's why I've never heard of it. I'm not worth a good watch because I lose them. Same as sunglasses. I never have to buy a pair of Ray-Bans because they'll be left on a holiday on a bench somewhere. So I buy €2 sunglasses and I use about 2 pairs a year. Hey, Polish Eddie. How the hell are you? How nice of you to join. So yeah, let me put another thingy up for the how many. I do give it a solid 3. I mean, it looks good, but last year's was better. See, you can have another. You can have another look here. Now let me see if I can find their merch as well. I'm scrolling through the Twitter page, but I'm not seeing their merch. Okay, here we go. Here we go. See, there's Liam and Arvid, all looking tough. There's Arvid Lindblad. Yeah. There's a model. There's a couple of models. They made sure all the boxes were ticked, as in ethnicity. Prices 47 euros for a cap, 90 euros for a shirt. Hey, you can buy replicas as well. Oh no, they're all replica. Maybe that's the brand. Here's a jacket for only 190 euros. Yeah. You must be a real fan if you want to pay that kind of money. And then next year, it's out of date again. Okay, let me see what people are saying in the chat. Okay, Eddie is revealing something. Let me see. Oh, a chicken with a broken leg. I like chicken leg. I like chicken breast as well. Okay. No conversation about chickens. Okay, Vegas. See you later. Excellent show, he says. I think it's one of the worst live streams I've ever done. Christina is passing on the merch. Okay. But are you buying Ferrari merch then, Christina? I mean, and do you do that every year? My whole page froze. Ah, there we go. Okay, so 57% said 3 stars and 4 stars, 29%. And you do that every year, Christina? You buy Charles's cap every year? Because, you know, you'll have a load of them then. Yeah, I'm not going to do another poll. So, is there any Visa Cash App news? Not really, is there? So, okay. we can talk about the news then. So Richard Adami, of Riccardo Adami, is no longer the race engineer of Lewis Hamilton. According to Planet F1, Riccardo Adami is moving to a new role. Yeah, the relationship between Adami and Hamilton wasn't all that good. The last race, Hamilton did a bit of a speech, and they just ignored him. And said, "Oh yeah, sorry, we were talking." And yeah, there's been so many weird situations with Adami and Hamilton. But you know, if they're gonna push a younger, less experienced engineer forward, then that's not gonna help Hamilton either. You know, sometimes it's better the devil you know, and getting used to each other. Because now he has to get used to another person for a whole year. But yeah, I think it's going to be Hamilton's last year. And another bit of news that I've heard is that if the testing in Barcelona is disappointing for Ferrari, then he might not even start the season. This is something I saw a headline of from Cameron. I haven't actually looked it up. I could probably look it up. That's all it says, actually. According to insiders, if Lewis Hamilton is not happy with Ferrari testing in Bahrain, he might retire from F1 before the season starts. So what do we think about that? And then Behrman to Ferrari. I wonder who's going to take the seat of Behrman in Ferrari in Haas then. Probably a Japanese guy. Okay, Christina, you have a lot of Ferrari caps. Nice. Scroll finger. I agree. I saw that video with them driving all these older Ford cars. That 1975 Ford, that was a beast. I love that. And Tanver says, I want to buy Red Bull merch. Probably I find some dodgy site which sells it for cheap. Yeah, probably from China, but who cares? Hank says Visa Cash App doesn't profile itself again as the schooling team for Red Bull after a few years struggling with identity. Oh, it does. Yeah, they're the B team again for the rookies. They've said as much. Oh, Christina, you're saying that changing race engineers is a Ferrari thing? Um, and it never comes from the driver himself? Hey, the lonely cyclist. Hello, Martin. How nice of you to join. Christina thinks it's nonsense that Lewis Hamilton might not start the season. Well, it was Cameron that said it, according to insiders. And if he wavers the money that he got out of the contract, then I'm sure, you know, Ferrari will let him go. It'll save him a fortune. So yeah, like even with a contract, I don't think you can force a driver to keep driving for you if they don't want to. Like I've had staff that wanted to leave, and I just let it happen because there's no point in forcing somebody to stay. Oh, and what Samantha is saying, uh, that she wouldn't be surprised if he had an escape clause. That's also a good point. And Tanvir says it seems that Adami just doesn't match with Lewis. No, but who does? Only Bono could handle him. Hank says the GT40 was and is a beast. Oh, yeah, just ignoring what drivers say. But Hamilton was hoping for some kind words after. Um, but I think they're just tired of him. You know, the preaching and the criticism, and they don't handle that very well because we are Ferrari. You can't say that about Ferrari. Let me see if there's any more news. Oh, here's a bit of news. Uh, according to a, let me see. Yeah, there's a rumor that Ole Kalenius and Toto Wolff have been asking the organizers of the 24 hours of Nuremberg to change the date because it falls on the same date as the Chinese Grand Prix. And if that date for Nuremberg gets changed, then Max Verstappen can drive the Nuremberg 24 hours. Um, so that's Toto Wolff already pulling some strings to get into the good books with Max. And that's right at the moment where Max just said in an interview that it doesn't look like he'll ever leave the team. So interesting stuff. I know all the YouTube channels that will broadcast the 24 hours of Nuremberg, they're gonna explode with views when Max drives along. We know that for sure. So it would be very beneficial for that series to have Max there. We already saw the hype when he did one little race. So interesting stuff. Christina says, I am tired of Hamilton too. Everyone knew this partnership is not going to work. Well, um, the people at Sky Sports F1, they were hyping the move to Ferrari up big time, and yeah, they're kind of angry with Ferrari now. But then again, everybody mocks Ferrari at some point. No, Christina, they don't want to change the date of the Chinese Grand Prix. They want to change the date of the 24 hours of Nuremberg. So it doesn't fall together. Oh, you're saying they're screwing over all the drivers in the Nuremberg? Yeah, I never thought about it that way. But then maybe they'll get a pay rise. So you know. But yeah, that's an interesting thing. Like these guys have their schedules and mechanics and all that stuff, holidays planned. All of a sudden, it's a week earlier or a week later or a month later. Well, let's see what happens. Does anybody else have any news that we can discuss? I might quit earlier though, because it's it's not really flowing. It's not really flowing very well tonight. And next time I'm just gonna prepare better, because I thought I could just do it on the fly, but I'm not that professional. I'm afraid. Mm-hmm. Oh, here's a Ferrari powered Cadillac if you want to see it. Yeah, I'll make the sound. Oh. Christina says the rumor about Alpine being the only underweight limits. Um, I've heard that there's one team that made it to the weight limit. I know in 2022, I believe it was Alfa Romeo were very quick because they were the first team to have the proper weight. But then Hank told me it was because their roll bar wasn't heavy enough, or yeah, something like that. But maybe Hank can explain. Samantha's been watching Lollipop Man too much. Dad, turn on the rain. Okay, Hank. Hank has more details about the 24-hour race that's being shifted around. That isn't interfering. It's the first preparation race. Ah, the plot thickens. Okay, Hank said it didn't sound very good. Well, I saw the video of my friend F1 Unchained, and I thought it sounded okay, but then I I know nothing about that, you know. Tom Verde. Oh yeah, they can't go under the limit. Oh, they need to be right at the limit. Yeah, interesting, interesting stuff. Right, guys. Um, I'm writing a new script tomorrow about Max Verstappen. I've got 2 more ideas, so should be okay. But I'm gonna knock it off. Because oh, the lonely cyclist says, don't know if you mentioned it as I was late, but did you see Tomo's redesign of the RB, the Red Bull car? I watch all Tomo's stuff. Yeah. Well, not the hour and a half long chain wags and everything, but all his proper videos, except for when he redesigns liveries, because uh, I'm usually not that much into liveries, and then to see somebody redesign it, that interests me even less. So, um, but I love Tomo, you know that, but I'm not really interested in seeing a new livery and then it being redesigned. But to each their own, you know. Right, guys. Thank you all for sticking with me in this messy live stream. I'll be back next week with a much better one. Take care now.